All right, so what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy. And after 6 weeks of waiting, we finally have the Blade uniform. I went ahead and I picked it up, and I've been testing it out for the past hour or so. So I wanted to give you guys my first impressions on this thing, let you guys know whether or not I find value in this thing now. At the end of the day, it's completely up to you whether or not you want to purchase this thing. I'm not here to tell you you have to buy it. I'm not here to tell you you shouldn't buy it. It's your crystals, it's your money, it's your resources, and it's up to you to find value in this uniform, okay? All I can do is give you guys my input and tell you guys whether or not I like it and whether or not I think it does enough for the character. However, I will have to say that this uniform definitely upgrades Blade quite a bit. For me, as a Blade fan, the most I've ever been able to do with this guy is like a floor 5 of Shadowland. That's not very much these days, right? However, I do think with this uniform, even keeping him exactly the same as he is now, he'll probably go all the way up to like a stage 70. So if you're looking to push Shadowland, cool. This uniform could help you do that. If you want somebody else, a combat type, if you will, to do World Boss, he will help you do that. Is he the best? Absolutely not. Is he the worst? Absolutely not. Is he Moon Knight level? Absolutely not. Okay? Is he Ghost Rider level? Absolutely not. Is he Doctor Strange level? And I'm comparing him to these characters because they recently got uniform in the same update. Okay? But he's still pretty good. He is lacking a few things though. He doesn't have a heal outside of when you're using his leadership, which is not a very good leadership for anything besides Shadowland, okay? If you're using Blade in World Boss, you're going to be using him with like Nick Fury's leadership or She-Hulk's leadership or something like that. Or maybe you're crazy and you just want to increase his defense down a little bit because he has defense down now. So you use him with White Fox's lead or Voodoo's lead or Enchantress's lead. You know what I'm saying? You're never going to use Blade's leadership. And what that means is you're not going to have a built-in heal, which kind of sucks for a vampire to not have a native heal built into one of his skills or his passives, and you have to rely on his leadership, which is pretty garbage because 9 out of 10 times you're going to substitute this leadership for something better, right? Additionally, because you're never going to be using Blade's leadership in high-end content, you're never going to have his 4-star passive, which essentially tells me that he has a garbage leadership and a garbage passive because this only activates when you are using the Daywalker leadership. When you have the HP steal buff active, which he can only steal HP if you use his leadership. So this passive right here, whoever coded it in, they're an idiot, okay? And I said this before and I'll say it again. You're an idiot because you know, even in the video that they released showcasing Blade, they were not using Blade with his leadership, which means you're never, ever going to get this kind of passive to activate in a content where you need it. So in World Boss, when you could shrug off the snare from the Blade Twister, or maybe you can get the extra attack and defense and crit rate buff in a tight situation when the boss buffs himself, you're never going to have this, right? Because you're going to be sacrificing a better leadership like Nick Fury's or White Fox or what have you to get 25% more. It's not worth it, right? So that kind of sucks off the rip. Additionally, just like what they did with Ghost Rider, his movement speed is actually very, very slow, or at least that's what I find to be the case. And his passive would have actually helped with that because his passive gives him 5% more all speed, which includes attack speed and movement speed. It's not much, but his passive would help with that as well. I find it very difficult to outrun certain attacks, especially the lightning spears from Proxima Midnight. You know those attacks, the purple attacks that will guard break you into oblivion? Those attacks, when they're coming down, I almost always have to tag out because he moves very slow and sluggish across the map and I cannot outrun it successfully every single time. So that really, really sucks. However, though, his damage output looks pretty good for as little as I have invested in the character. I didn't change anything at all, like not anything major anyways. All I did was I gave him 2 ignore defense Urus and 2 cooldown Urus just to max out these things or get them close enough to max out. And right now he's rocking with this crit damage, crit rate, 140 proc on the uniform. I'm going to keep it at normal for now to do some testing with him. He's rocking overdrive, so not a crazy build, nothing that you have to like go break the bank to attain. And I'm going to show you guys what he can do. Just a brief sample size to give you guys an idea of whether or not it is worth it for you to go this far. I'm going to show you guys how he does in Shadowland first, just because his passive and his leadership, you're only going to use them in Shadowland. You're only going to see Vampire Senses activate when you're using the HP Steel buff. And I'll show you guys that right now. And this is actually a pretty difficult stage for some characters. So the fact that Blade can do this now is a testament to how much better he's gotten. So I will give them credit for that. They have made him quite a lot better, and he's actually super easy to play. Let me just drop him in here, and we're gonna take a look at the Vampire Sense. So if you just take a look at the top here, besides the gear icon and stuff, we're just gonna let him take a little bit of damage. So just let him get hit by one of these guys. Ooh, he died too quickly. Wow. So you can't even intentionally let him take damage. Okay, buddy, let's not do that again, shall we? I was trying to see if we can just intentionally take a little bit of damage and then just jump into his invincibility. But let's try that again. Let's hope he doesn't die instantly. Okay. Okay then. You see, my friends, it kind of is a garbage idea to rely on his leadership to give you HP back and an attack buff, right? Like, so basically, even in Shadowland, it's pretty useless to rely on his passive line, especially when he has like invincibility and immunity and stuff. Nothing in Shadowland is really gonna penetrate. So you can see this is a pretty easy stage when you actually try, but what I wanted to show you guys was the HP Steel buff activating. Okay, see? Okay, now you can see the HP Steel activating because we took a little bit of damage, and if you look at the top, you'll see his passive. Let me just kill Proxima. We'll go into the next stage. And he doesn't even heal for that much. Like, it's such a garbage leadership. So for them to program a passive that only works with his leadership is actually so stupid. Like, it's literally only taken for a couple hundred. Look at this heal. Look at this heal. It's actually garbage. Like, it's not worth exposing yourself to take damage to heal back. Like, sure, if you get hit, nah, man, it's not worth it. Because think about it, right? The base leaderships that give you attack in this game, they give you like 30% physical attack, 30% energy attack. Those are the lowest ones. Actually, the 25% from like Wiccan and like Sin, like those are the lowest ones. But still, like, why would you put yourself in a situation where you get 25% all attack and all defense just to heal like 100 or 2 HP? Like, it's not worth it. You can see how this leadership is just garbage, and the fact that they designed a passive to work on that leadership is just stupid. Whoever designed that, you deserve a slap, bro. Like, actually, I'll slap you myself. Anyways, let me jump into World Boss and use him with a team that you should ideally be using him with. Now, Blade is a weapon master, right? So you can use him with Taskmaster, as you can see right here. In case you don't know what Taskmaster does, I will go to Taskmaster here briefly and show him to you. Where is my guy? Taskmaster's Flawless Strategy. He will give extra crit and ignore dodge with some skill damage and bonus damage to anybody who has that weapon master tag. However, the skill damage and bonus damage will not transfer over to Blade because Blade already has skill damage and bonus damage. And what the game does is it actually calculates the higher amount of skill damage and bonus damage and uses that one. It doesn't stack, right? So literally the only thing we're getting from Taskmaster here, I don't even think the dodge stacks either. It might, but it might not. So realistically, the only thing we're getting from Taskmaster is some guaranteed crit, and also because Taskmaster has this uniform on, he can double as a support, right? So we'll just do that. Actually, we can find out right now if it stacks. Actually, let me just go boom and then put Taskmaster on the team. We'll find out right now. You should have 50%. Okay, so it does stack. Okay, so we do get that because Blade natively has 30%. So that's actually pretty good. And we'll just go here. We do not need you. We can drop you for another damage increasing striker like you. And then we'll just, you know what, let's see what he does without these guys. Just do this and some healing. All right, let's see how good this guy really is. I want to see his base damage without the strikers helping him. Okay, so this guy ran out of the second half of the skill. Lovely, we love to see it. Third skill is really good for making room. Okay, let's not get him killed there. He almost literally got killed. That one attack where he jumped towards Corvus took off 13,000 of his HP. So that's nice. Super tank, definitely a super tank. Definitely can tank attacks. That's sarcasm in case you didn't catch it. Last part of the attack does no damage. Might as well just like cut out as soon as you see him slow down. Yep, just cut that out because that not doing no type of damage. Alright, I can't see what's going on there, but his invincibility is up and I don't see purple attack, so he should be fine. Okay. Putting out some decent damage. Let's just jump back. There's some room, put up the immunity, and we collect these to protect his life. And he's so slow. Look how slow he's moving. Now look how fast Nick Fury is moving. You can see that, right? There's a clear difference in terms of being able to like maneuver around the map. Okay, I walked right into the fire pit. Because why? I don't know. Let's just jump on him. Let's just use the third to clear some room. Co-op is the fourth. And look at this, he actually cannot. Yo, Taskmaster, yo, you can see the clear difference in movement speed. It's actually, it feels like I'm pulling a truck up a hill with 3 wheels attached, bro. Like, it's crazy. Okay, what is he gonna do now? Oh, he iframe. Actually, he just moved out of the radius of the attack, and that was able to cancel out everything that I had going on. Blade, relax. That little circle you're doing with the pistol, bro. Almost got man's killed. Alright, so what are you doing? Pull up. Alright, let's do that. Boom. Get that buff up. And then let's just do a little spinneroni there. Oof, man's almost got clapped. Alright, let's just tag. I had a bad head start there, so it's fine. Well, it's not fine, but we survived. That's all that matters. Alright, let's. Oh, he instantly iframed and cancel out my skills. The third skill literally saved my life there, just being able to back up off of him. Made it so I wasn't in the center of the fire pit. Up, he's gonna die there, so I had to tag him because that laser will straight up just eat his HP. What are you doing? Let me just buff. Let me bring him back out. Let me jump on top of this guy. Use the 4, then we use the 3 to back up off of him. Send some shots at him. Okay, let's jump on him. Forward skill, then back up with the third. Okay, he canceled the third. That's gonna kill me. Yeah, those attacks that penetrate, they hit him really hard. So that's why it's kind of a pain that he doesn't have a built-in heal, but you can supplement that with, I guess, anti-venom to help him stay alive a little bit better. Again, it's realistically going to come down to just how much love you have for Blade and whether or not you can find use for him in this uniform. I'm not telling you this is the best he can do. Obviously not. This is just our first impression. He is much better than he was before. He's quite easy to play, in my opinion. All you have to do is just open with the 5th skill, get your damage proc on the 5th, and then it's completely up to you if you want to continue with the 4th or if you want to go with the 3rd. For me, personally, I like to go 5 because that gets me close to the enemy. And then after that, I follow up with the 4th skill since I'm already really close. And then I'll use the 3rd skill to clear some room between myself and the enemy. That way, if I'm up against somebody like Corvus Glaive, then if he summons that fire pit right underneath his feet, like he often does, I'm not like right there. Whereas if I went 5, and then 3, and then use 4 to get back right in there if he summoned like a fire pit underneath himself, or if it's Proxima and she called on the lightning exactly where she's standing. I'm not stranded there. I can back up off them with the 3rd, and that gives me a little bit of a head start where I can start running away, right? Yeah, you have to plan your retreat. You don't want to get struck. You don't want to get stranded, okay? So yeah, man, just the first impressions on Blade. I think it's a good upgrade for the character compared to where he was. Is it going to be good enough to satisfy the die-hard Blade fans? I doubt it. I really doubt it. And when it comes to whether or not you should buy this thing, I'm not your parent, baby. Do whatever you want to do. Okay, if you want to wait until Black Friday to get it for the ultimate discount, I wouldn't blame you even if you're a super fan. But I will be getting this thing to Mythic by the way. Let me just go ahead and show you guys this right now before y'all forget. There's only a couple days left on this thing. Okay, we have a week. Did they extend it? I think they extended it. Yeah, I think they extended it. Just because the Blade uniform is delayed. So we have almost a week, right? But if you want to complete this set and get the extra crystals, I'm not telling you to do this. Now is the time, okay? As you can see, I have all the other ones done. I just need to register them, and then I'm going to do Blade, and then bada bing, bada boom, 375 crystals for investing millions of gold and all that good stuff. So, catch you guys in the next one. Let me know what you guys think of the Blade uniform if you got it, and anything else you guys want to see with the Blade uniform, let me know. I'll be more than happy to do it for you. I'm gone. Peace.